corrosiveness of that oil, and what's coming up with it is eroding the thickness of that pipe so rapidly that if they wait a few more months to try to go down and do anything about it, they'll have no pipe left. I mean, this was a subject we didn't even cover before because there's still so much material here. But that very easily could happen, and that pipe is eroding by the minute.
Well, look what rivers do to create the Grand Canyon. Water cuts through solid rock over time. Imagine what oil, with all those chemicals just blasting out, is going to do to that pipe. And then it's going to really... But again, it looks like the pipe's already... the casing's already not intact because you've got all these other leaks coming up around there. This doesn't look good. The
casing appears to have ruptured at the time of the original blow because the pressure was so high. That's what it appears. You notice I use the word appears because we're getting these fissures as much as NOAA said up to 20 miles long. The furthest I've heard personally is 5 miles away. But these are being caused by other ruptures that are down in there somewhere.
Josh in Alabama, you're on the air.
Hey, Alex, thanks for taking my call. Just want to let you know, I was down in Gulf Shores, Alabama, yesterday, and there's a very large amount of tar balls all over the beach down there. Just want to confirm that for you. And also, there was a private company called Clean Harbor that was there. You know, they were there. There's probably 10 guys on ATVs. And we spent probably 3 hours there, and I'm heading back out of town, north on 59th. So 2 Humvees, probably 4 or 5 troops per Humvee. So you're asking...
no, we know military's down there. We're just curious if they're telling people to evacuate like some reports have said.
Nothing. That was, it was just totally benign. They were heading north out of town, but... that's all we saw.
Now, do these tar balls look fresh? Do they have any crustaceans growing on them?
No, they're really liquidy. You know, we were had them smashed all on the bottom of our feet, and it was under the...
So they're new, yeah, because an old tar ball will have crustaceans and things growing on it. And I mean, I know that going to the beach over the years. So sounds like Lindsay said, it's coming out and getting semi-frozen and then congealing 5,000 feet down. I mean, it's just freezing cold. Anything else, Josh?
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh, so much for that call. Let's talk to Mike in New Orleans. Well, boy, they got Katrina and now this. Mike, thanks for holding. Welcome.
Yes, thanks for taking my call. I write for an independent newspaper in New Orleans. I have 2 deep sources that have their feet on the ground. I will tell you what I have confirmed. What I have confirmed is that BP is in charge of everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. They are in charge of the police. They are in charge of it all. They are and do have a complete media blackout on what's going on. They will not allow any cameras in. There's no confirmation yet on arrest, but they are threatening arrest. They have all of that area, all of the people in that area completely intimidated. Nobody's talking.
Well, 2 weeks ago, they were pulling up to CBS and ABC and local reporters with the Coast Guard saying, we work for BP under orders of BP, no videotaping beaches. So I guess BP is, instead of getting in trouble for this, they may become our new kings or something.
There's an army, I'm telling you, there's an army of BP thugs down there. So far, it's only been the Coast Guard and the local authorities that are working in conjunction with them. There has been no sightings of any military, but all from what I have just heard and all from the feeling that is going on, I can only speculate that...
Well, what are the BP... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I can only speculate, especially if a storm comes along, that we're going to be looking at mass evacuations from this area.
Now, what are the BP, you call them thugs, what are they doing? Just letting you know that they're in command and you're scum?
More than that. They are beyond the intimidating the workers into signing non-disclosure forms. They are reports. and this is confirmed, of them having the crews stand down as swaths of oil has washed ashore. This is confirmed.
So wait, they have the crews stand down and they let the oil come in?
Correct.
And do people ask why?
They're intimidated. They're scared to death.
But I mean, what's the feeling? Is this so Barry Soetoro, Barack Hussein Obama, President Hussein can get his environmental takeover? I mean, why let the oil come in? Why a month ago not let the locals put the booms in front of the estuaries? Why'd they let that come in?
Indeed. Again, confirmation that the BP people abandoned 44 boats that were ready to go out there and take and corral the first oil that was coming into the marshes. They just abandoned them as the oil.
Well, I want to
up.
continue with you, Mike. If you want to plug your independent newspaper, we'd like to have you down there as a reporter so we can talk to you. And I'm going to do more shows just on this now. I mean, I'm beginning to realize this is just getting worse and worse by the minute. But Lindsay, again, everything he's saying dovetails with what you've been saying.
Every caller that you've had call in today, from the technician to you name it, has basically confirmed everything that Mr. X of my book, Energy Non-Crisis, told me. I am so glad this be the case because I didn't have the slightest idea. This is the first time I've given this, Alex. Do you realize how bold you are, Alex Jones, to allow this program to go on today? I really wonder, I heard you on George Norrie on Monday night, by the way. You did a great job. He asked you the story about the oil spill down there. I noticed at the time, I wondered, is he really going to allow me to be on today and tell this story? You are a bold talk show host to even allow this to be told.
Well, when are you going to get on Norrie? I hope he's not the guy you were waiting, waiting to get on me before you go on him, because I appreciate you doing that, Lindsay.
No, I haven't even called George Norrie at all. I called your producer the other day, and I
well,
said,
thank you. We need to get you on. We need to get you
exclusive, and I did. But yeah, if you want to put in a word for me with George, that'll be fine.
No, we need to get you on more shows right away because this is important. Now,
call George and tell him I can answer those questions for him.
Well, absolutely. I'll let them know that. I don't have really any control over who or what they put on, but I can certainly recommend it. Just expanding on that, though, you're saying it was an accident, but they're going to let it continue to flow as a pretext to take over. Is that what you said earlier?
Well, they can't stop it. They have no way in the world of doing anything about this except a nuke. And
so they're not going to let a good crisis go to waste, and they're going to use that then. I just want to put words in your mouth, but is that what you said last hour? Okay. I have been told it was intimated. You know how they have a way of saying, yeah.
Now, Chaplain, you know this to be true. It has been intimated to me that everything that I was told a year and a half ago as to their timeline, that now they're going to use this as a method of fulfilling it. And if people want to know what that timeline is, they can call our toll-free number, and we have 6 DVDs on it.
Yeah, that's amazing, because this information dovetails, again, I keep using that word dovetails, but hooks into past info. Mike, anything else from New Orleans?
Not really, Alex, other than I have asked my sources that are deep in there to go ahead, and they're going to get back to me shortly. With any new information, if they have witnessed any arrest and what for, who's doing the arresting, what charges, those kind of things, is what I've asked them to check into.
And so there's like strong men stomping around, letting Louisianans know that they're the boss. I mean, because people keep describing them as thugs, even in other newspapers. I mean, so I guess they just walk up with like a wrench and go, "This is our area now, boy. You do what BP says. And don't you get up and we're flooding you with oil." I mean, I hate to do the Italian mobster accent, but I mean, what are they doing?
They have got the people so intimidated down there that they're afraid to even talk among themselves. Strangers, you just have to, it's like pulling teeth. So whatever they're doing is rough.
Well, that's like they have a article today in the Wall Street Journal which talks about the vanity of airline passengers, and it says they don't like the body scanners or being strip searched in public. They're scum, basically. where everything's backwards. It's like, you don't like being strip searched, now they strip search you. You don't like having DNA taken without a warrant on the side of the highway. You're a vain piece of garbage. Not you have rights, you have dignity. Not you don't want to be humiliated. I mean, it's just everything is like going into flux where they're like converting us over to pure evil at every level. Mike, I appreciate your call. Stay in contact.
Yeah, well, you got to remember that these communities down there are very, very small, so it's not that hard to go ahead and overtake them.
No, I'm not bashing these people.